Hello everyone, this is Miss Dahlem, and today, 6th graders, we are going to be talking about media literacy. Okay, so for the moment, let's just look at this first slide, and I want you to read the headline that I'm going to present to you. I want you to think about, how does it make you feel? What are your general thoughts about it? Pokemon-shaped hot Cheeto sells for nearly $90,000 by Alvaro Aragon. I know what you guys might be thinking. What? So at this point, I would have students just take a moment to think about this silly little headline that I have presented here. They might be thinking, is this real? So I want to inform you guys, yes, this is a legit headline. Yes, there was a Cheetozard Pokemon-shaped hot Cheeto that did sell for nearly $90,000. So today I will be introducing you guys to media literacy. And for this lesson, standards include Common Core ELA literacy standards and also Arkansas Library standards. So the objectives of this lesson are that students will define media literacy and identify the message of multimedia text. They will write explanatory text to examine a topic. Students will integrate information presented in different media about understanding a topic or issue. And students will collaborate with one another and listen attentively and share ideas in a group discussion. So before we start out talking about media literacy, what are some forms of media you see from day to day? And remember, media is information that is delivered in different forms of communication for the audience of the creator. And I would take a moment to have students think about different forms of media, but I have these examples here. Here we have different forms of media that could include news articles, social media posts, blog posts, videos. It even includes books, television, radio, commercials, and even movie trailers. All right, what is media literacy? So again, I would have the students take a moment to think about media literacy. And then I would explain media literacy is one's understanding of how to perceive, access, and analyze various forms of media. And there are also key questions to ask yourself whenever it comes to thinking about the message behind a form of media that the creator has made. So number one, who created this? Who was the author of this post? Was it a company? Was it a person who was writing a blog post? Was it a writer for a well-known newspaper? Number two, why was it created? What is the message that the creator is trying to convey to the audience? Number three, who was the media created for? Who is the audience that the creator is trying to reach out to? Is it the general public? Is it like a specific centralized audience? Number four, what techniques did the creator use to grab the attention of the audience? So whenever you're looking at a media post, look at the headline. What are the words being used here? If it's a social media post, what images are being used? What quotes are being used? Like what parties are these quotes being obtained from? What is the tone of the text here? And number five, I want you guys to think about this one for just a moment, because we will be coming back to this one later. How might other groups interpret this? Can you see any bias? I want you to think about that word bias. And number six, how does it make you feel? Remember, you are also part of the audience whenever you read or watch a form of media. So not only do you think about what others might feel about this message, but how do you feel about the message? So why does media literacy matter? Media literacy is important. It matters because media is a form of expression. And media literacy allows us to understand the messages that creators are trying to convey. It helps deliver us from ignorance. All right. So for a moment, I want you guys to look at these two headlines that I have here. And think about the question I was asking earlier about bias. So look at this. I just want to make this clear. These headlines here, I actually created. These are not actual headlines from any articles, but I did create them because there's a chance that students might relate this back to a message that was in a real life post that they might have seen in the past. Source 1, citizens hold peaceful protests at City Park. And source 2, mob clashes with cops in a riot. So I want you guys to think about that for a moment. Could this be different events that might have happened? Could they have been the same event that two different kinds of headlines are trying to deliver? So what is bias? Bias is when creators convey a message that reflects a particular point of view. This is why we ask the key question, how might other groups interpret this message? So I want you guys to think here, is there a chance that there was bias between these two headlines here? All right, now let's take a look. Let's look at some different forms of media and ask ourselves the key questions. So look at this article here, Scrambling for Eggs. So this article I found on Time for Kids, and at this point I would be modeling how I would answer these key questions if I were one of the students. So, key questions to ask, who created this? So I can see that this was from an author through Time for Kids. Why was it being created? I believe that, okay, whenever I say the word believe, remember I am a part of this general audience, and this is how I would interpret this article if I were seeing it for the first time. Why was it created? I believe it was created to inform the public about a situation at hand where the United States is having an egg shortage. Who was the media created for? So I believe that this was probably for the general public. It might be targeted for a specific audience, but I'm going to go ahead and interpret it as the general audience because I have actually seen this in real life. What techniques did the creator use to grab attention? So one of the things that I noted was that in the image that was used, it says, "Dear customers, due to ongoing issues, limit your purchase to 1 dozen eggs of any kind." The image that was gathered here is focused on what looks like kind of like a warning sign almost, written in red lettering. How might other groups interpret this? There's a chance that there might be an audience that probably doesn't believe that the reasons listed here are what led to the egg shortage in the United States. And how does it make you feel? It makes me feel like I need to save up on eggs, that I need to probably get as many now before it comes around to my local area. So let's try together, watch this video and ask yourselves the key questions to understand the ad better. So at this point, I would present this video to the students. I would have them watch it, and then I would have them answer the key questions and have them communicate with each other. All right. And afterward, I would have them try on their own. I would have them go and look at other library resources, look at online articles, and find one and answer the key questions about the message. I would give them a paper with all the key questions listed, and I would have them answer those questions and then turn them in afterwards. And related to differentiation, I would also have other resources available like ebooks and audiobooks that they can use to look at different articles. All right, and